am RedCyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Is Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Chillin', Mark. Scott Steiner is starting already. How you doing?
Yeah, it's going. It's going. I finished Like a Dragon Ishi yesterday. Ishin, yeah. Loved it. I actually liked the way the story went, so I'm very happy with it. I still got a lot of things to do, I did all the sub-stories. The sub-stories you could easily do. There's one that you have to wait till you finish the game in order to finish it up. But other than that, there's still things that has to be done. I'm gonna attempt to platinum, but I doubt I'm gonna platinum it.
Okay.
Just because you have to buy every single version of the weapons. You have to build all the weapons. You can't just find them. You have to build them all. So I'm like, ugh. And a lot of them are fucking expensive. So I'm like, damn it! And I gotta farm money and all that stuff. I'm gonna get. I know for a fact I'm gonna get bored of it. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do what I can. I'll try to clear out as much as I can, and then I'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
Good move. Talking about games, you posted up on YouTube a gameplay trailer, the gameplay demo of Resident Evil.
Yeah, they released that Friday. What exactly is the day it came out? The 10th?
Yeah, it was on.
Is the day it came out?
They try to take Mario Day.
I saw it, but let me tell you, I could care less about Mario Day.
I love Mario.
He ain't shooting zombies in the head.
He's
doing what he do.
He
but
can. Technically, he does. The dead turtles. There you go.
I was busy in Spain doing what Leon do, and it looked good. Like Booker T says, GOOT. It looked good. So. It feels good because they changed it up. It's not the same exact game. You could walk and you could reload, walk and shoot. I forget that because I'm so used to the game where you just stand still. So I haven't played the demo. I realized, you know what? I have to go back through it because I have to re-familiarize myself with the controls. Also, there's secret stuff in there. There's a random chance that you'll get super enemies.
Yeah.
Which is usually a thing that you get in the harder difficulty when you play. Well, in Resident Evil 4, when you play on professional, everything is more difficult, as is usual. But I guess in the demo they wanted you to experience that.
Yeah.
So they put in a random chance that it'll hit you up with the super versions of some of the enemies. So I want to check that out, and I guess you have to play it a few times for it to happen. And then also I don't know how somebody found it out. I have an idea of why you would do this, but there's also a secret gun that it just blows my mind that they even put it in there. Is a set of circumstances you have to go through in order to get it to show up.
Yeah.
But again, this is a demo. This is not the final product. And I can't believe they put anything secret in the demo. I mean, I will say the Resident Evil 2 one, it did have something similar to it if you did get through it. If you did get to a certain part in a specific amount of time, I think it was.
Yeah.
So there is a precedent since that demo for them to do little wacky things. But to that magnitude, I didn't think they were gonna do that. So that's cool. For me, it's day one.
Nice.
And there are any number of sales on pre-orders. So if you're gonna pre-order it, you can pre-order it for $10 to $20 off. Because again, I think, what is it, at retail it's gonna be 70, right?
Yeah. Well,
So
the
you
deluxe
get,
version is 70. That's the one if you want the PS5, PS4 version. That one's gonna run
oh,
you
okay.
$70. I
Yeah,
know the
that makes sense.
PS4 version would be $59.99.
But the PS5 version base is what?
69.99.
There you go. That's base. That's base PS5. So that's next gen version. You know, that's what you would pay, I guess, for PC
Yeah.
now. But I believe it is not 70 on PC. No, it is $59.99 on PC, and you can get $10 off again by pre-ordering on certain sites. So I will be doing that, like I did for Ishin.
Yes.
So save yourself some money, pre-order the game, especially if you're on PC right now. I do not see sales on the
Well,
PS5 version.
my fault. They all $59.99.
They all start at 50.
Unless you want the deluxe that plays on PS5 and PS4, then the deluxe version it will run you $69.99. But you get a couple extra stuff with it.
And it's not the base PS5 version.
Not the base
what you're
PS5.
saying.
Yeah, base PS5 that's $59.99.
Okay, all right, good. So there you go. I do not see sales on those versions, so you might have to shop around. But PC, good stuff. And I know that's one thing that came out. The Castlevania expansion for Dead Cells came out last week.
Yeah, I was checking that out. It looked pretty cool.
And that's actually, like I said, that was not a big investment in terms of price. So I got that. That is actually very, very fun. Again, I'm still surprised that exists, because that's Konami doing something. Remember, they haven't really been doing much in recent years, but it looks like they're starting to turn that around.
Yeah.
Which is good. So there's that. I can confirm it is good. It's very fun. If you remember the characters from the animation they did recently,
Yeah.
they're closer to that version. Well, at least Alucard and Maria. I think Richter, he's straight up old school Richter.
Yeah.
Blue with the big white headband and everything. So there's that. And it has tons of costumes. It has tons of weapons that they added, which is good. Also, this was another thing that it was on the back burner in people's minds for a long time because it was hinted at.
Yeah.
And this came out 2 days ago. Also, Streets of Rage 4 had a big free update.
Cool.
Their last update was in 2021, which is why people kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
But it was hinted at that they were going to do some adjustments, but it looks like they waited so they could do more of an overhaul. So in terms of gameplay, they tweaked some things. They took out one of the major, like, I guess, issues that people who were like playing long term figured, which was like the hit stop on some moves. It puts you in a situation where even if you did the right thing, it set you up to get hit.
Yeah.
So it forced a style of play that was like you were limiting your moves, because there's like, don't use these moves, you're just gonna get hit. So now they pretty much fixed that, and then they added team attacks from like Streets of Rage 1, which was like, wow, they didn't have to do that at all, and they did. They added new moves to retro characters. They added new moves to, well, there's three tiers of retro characters from Streets of Rage 1, 2, 3. They all got some type of adjustments. And then the Streets of Rage 4 characters also got adjustments, and then, like I said, the tag team moves. So there's a lot of stuff. They actually adjusted some of the difficulties by putting more food in different places. They adjusted the survival mode.
Nice.
So like, it's not a 100% brand new game, but it's pretty much a brand new experience because it's been like a year and a half.
Cool.
You know what I mean? So there's a reason to go back to Streets of Rage 4 if you have not.
Nice.
Also, it is free.
Good.
And then the other thing that came out that was really cool. Well, actually, there's a few more because of there were fighting game tournaments this weekend. One of them I know was called the Arc Revo. I guess that was for 2023. That's the Guilty Gear
Nice.
big tournament that they had. Um, Congratulations. I think his name was Mochi, a Japanese player. He won with Soul Bad Guy, which is like, if you've seen Guilty Gear, you know who that is.
Okay.
But also, it's surprising for that character to win because there was just so much speculation that that character was not that great anymore, and that there were a bunch of other characters that were way better. But turns out, if you play solid and use all his tools, he can actually fight back. So he did, and it was cool to see. But that also means at the end, they announced a new character, and somebody pointed it out. It's actually been like a long time since they announced the character for that game.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and it wasn't since August of last year.
Oh.
So that's a long time ago. Like, it's March. It's been August of last year. So the new character is called Bedman with a question mark, and that's it is a character from the game before Strive, I believe. There's a character called Bedman, which is a kid that's like bedridden,
Yeah.
that can control the bed, and it whoops people's ass. So I think this one is the kid's sister, and the Bedman character, I don't know what happened to the character, but the bed is the character you play as, which I think is hilarious. So there's that. There's a trailer for that. And then they also did, because again, ArcSys did the engine for it. You know, if you heard of it, the DNF, which is the Dungeon Fighter fighting game.
Yeah.
They had a big tournament, and then they showed off what their new character looked like. They announced it maybe 3 months ago. They were gonna have a new character, but then they went dark. And the only bad thing I will say is they are kind of worse in regards to having people have something to look forward to, because I didn't notice this either, but since that game released, this is the only character they teased,
Oh, okay.
and that's not really good, because it's been so long in between the release and this thing in March of 2023. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what is the character's name? Because I saw it's like a lady with it's called the Spectre.
Okay.
And it's a chick with a katana and like a grappling hook and pink hair and sunglasses. It looks cool. So I guess it's worth the wait, maybe? I don't know. I don't play that game, so I don't know. But there's a lot of exciting stuff in a bunch of games that were out for a little bit, and then Resident Evil. So that's cool.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, I'm waiting on 2K23. That comes out next week too. Well, this week I get it. Actually, the 14th.
Did they didn't put out a demo?
No, they didn't. But I did like
mean,
I did like the gameplay last year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm skeptical of any game that doesn't put out a demo.
Yeah.
Like, I saw stuff. Yeah, yes, I did see the up, down, down gameplay. Yes, I did see, the influencers. I saw Not Sam and Seth Rollins sit down and play it. Yes, I understand. Those were in controlled environments. I mean, even in controlled environment, the Shayna Baszler's character was bugging out as she was playing the game.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I'm just saying, I'm always skeptical of any game that does not put out a demo.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
But I pre-ordered it already, so I got it coming in the mail on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I did the deluxe one, so it comes with the season pass and also gives you it 4 days early.
I got you.
So let's see how it is. I liked last year's. Last year's actually surprised me a lot. It was actually a lot more fun than the previous couple of years. So I was like, all right, they didn't go the right way. I'm actually excited more for the GM mode, seeing that they influenced the GM mode, Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze. So I'm actually really looking forward to see how I was watching them play it, and it looked really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good.
So I was very cool like that. So that's my next game, I guess. I'm waiting on Jedi Survivor, which is next month, and then Street Fighter I'm waiting on.
Yes, sir.
So those are my next games I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah, we could talk about. I don't. What was the name? What was the date? Do you remember September or something that they pushed back Suicide Squad?
Yes, the Suicide Squad got pushed
Oh no,
back.
no, next year.
Yeah.
2024.
Mm-hmm.
So see, that's different. Before it said it was pushed back to later this year. Then now it says it's pushed back because this is again also 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Because remember I sent you that thing a few days before that. Now it's saying 2024. There's a chance they might rework some of that online stuff.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, because that's a long time. That's not 6 months. We don't know.
Because now we're gonna look into if the game is gonna respond the same way too. So there's a lot of game overhaul they have to do then after that.
That's what I'm saying. But this is more than enough time now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That might be good news.
Yeah. I wasn't. You know what? To be honest with you, that this like the summer, it looks like it's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out within that time period anyway. So I think it was gonna get lost in the mix because you have Zelda within that same month, and then you got a couple of big hits coming out during that same month.
You say that, but that's Rocksteady.
Yeah, I say that, but then again, it didn't get a crazy response to it either. It wasn't a very positive response to the game.
Yeah, the choices they made have people scratching their heads. So I hope they're taking that into consideration. That people don't want that game because again, like I said, it looks fun in a good way, but those decisions made me say a hard pass.
Yeah, it looked like it would be fun for like the first 3 days, and then it just becomes Avengers.
Yeah, that's what I don't want.
Yeah. So that's one up. You know
the other
what?
thing was
I'm fine with
Starfield,
that.
right? You said Starfield was pushed back.
Yeah, I saw that got pushed to September. I'm like, okay, let's see where that goes.
Because that's like delayed number like 8 or something like that. That game is it ever going to come out?
It got pushed up though.
Pushed up to get pushed back.
It got pushed up September. Well, it got pushed up, but it got pushed back again.
No, it was supposed to come out before that.
Yeah. So it got pushed. So it was set to release early next year. It was not even set to release this year. So something happened.
I thought it was before that.
I know it was originally the original release date was November of last year, and it got delayed.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then there was like late this year. They were saying fourth quarter this year.
I'm just going to point this out. This game has been delayed for a long time.
Yeah, that's
constantly.
That's Bethesda though. That's what they do with their games though. Like Skyrim took a while to come out, and now they just releasing it every fucking chance they get.
I mean, they finally mastered it. They're like, listen, we got it right. We have to put it on everything.
Everything. You could probably
everything.
You could get it on the Samsung fridge and play Skyrim.
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So
a toaster could run it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'll be like Doom in like 10 years or something like that. Doom can run on anything. Yeah. An ATM machine.
I'm skeptical with Starfield. Like, I don't know. I like Skyrim. I like those games, but I want them to evolve it, and I hope it's not as like. So Skyrim, like, if you actually really play it and you actually look at it, like the conversations and the people, the NPCs in the game, they're really boring as characters. I wish it would be more light. Like, actually, I'm just hoping for the best of this game, honestly.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I got a September 6th release date.
We'll see.
And then, yeah, there's a lot of games coming out this year too. So there's like this year is full. They have a lot of stuff coming out this year. So who knows?
I mean, yes, there's a lot of stuff. Am I interested in it? No.
Yeah, I'm very selective what I'm getting at. I think after Tekken 8 I'm interested in, so when that comes out, that probably be something I'm interested in. I'm waiting. Honestly, the main game I'm waiting for this year, 100% for a release date, is Spider-Man. Everything else could go to the side. Spider-Man is my number one that I want this year. So I'm waiting on that release date. The Like a Dragon the Kiwi story. I'm looking to see when that's coming out because that's supposed to be the end of this year.
I think that should be enough time.
Yeah.
Don't saturate the year with too many Yakuza games.
Because Like a Dragon 8 is supposed to be late next year. So I think it has a nice space to it.
It's 3 games in 2 years. That's all. I mean, could be too much, but we'll see.
We'll see how
the next game is because Ishin is good.
Yeah.
Ishin is good.
And Ishin was kind of a remastered version. So the game had its story and stuff like that. It was not built to ground up kind of thing.
The engine, yes.
Yes.
The story, no.
Yeah.
Because remember, the Dragon engine did not exist back then.
Yeah.
And also, it was a PS3 game, which is notoriously difficult to port.
Yeah.
So, the game from the ground up, yes. The story, no.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. I think this year we got a lot of good things coming out. So finally, Xbox is making some noise with the game, getting some games on their exclusively on their console.
What game? Where?
Well, Starfield is going to be exclusive first.
They got to come out first.
Yeah, that's true.
They got to not get pushed back again.
They got
first.
Atomic Hearts, I think, that came out exclusive on there too.
Was that?
I think it's exclusive, like a timely exclusive. No, it did come out on everything.
What?
It just came out on Game Pass first, though. That's the difference.
I mean, I hope people play it. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't. That's all I gotta say. I hope people play it. I don't know what that is.
Diablo's this year.
That's not exclusive though. So
No. I'm looking forward to that one though.
Yeah, I'm about to buy some KFC to get into that beta. What they doing, man? That's crazy. What?
Some chicken. Well, yeah, at least you get some chicken out of it.
I mean, that just reminded me, bringing me back to the Mountain Dew Halo days.
I remember Taco Bell and Halo.
Yeah, Taco Bell, Mountain Dew, Doritos, all that stuff.
Yeah. Trying to poison me.
We'll see.
But
and they want you to buy the double down too. That's like a heart attack and a half. Well, come on.
There's a lot of stuff coming out this year, so like it's a packed year. And then you also still got like the Switch, Legend of Zelda, and that big behemoth of a game on Nintendo.
Let's hope that doesn't get pushed back, because it's still got time for that to happen. I hope not.
Yeah, sure. But you know what? The last like thing they did show a little bit of it. So I was like, it might be on the right course.
I mean, that, and I still have to actually play the first one.
That's a long ass game. You better start now. If you start now, you'll play it late 2024.
I'm just saying.
If you 100% it. If you don't,
I don't usually. Not with games that big.
Yeah. I try if it's possible. If it's like some crazy shit that you have to do, or a massive amount of number of things you have to do, then I'm like, nah, I'm good.
No, but I see that it has like collectibles that it's in the hundreds. Nah, I'm good. With those seeds or something like that.
And they're not worth it either.
Yeah, so like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. So.
That's mostly it. You know what I mean? I mean, that and Final Fantasy, that's mostly it.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that
Spider-Man.
doesn't
get pushed back.
I'm waiting for Spider-Man.
Doesn't get pushed back.
Yeah.
Hopefully Street Fighter is set in stone, doesn't get pushed back, because remember, June is still 3 months away. Still
that looks like it's set. I think that one in particular is set in stone. I think Capcom, you know what? I give them credit for credit's due. They have not delayed anything for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they have pinpoint. They've been taking their time with it, and they will have a realistic date to it.
Yeah, that's true.
So they've been very good
after Street Fighter 5, I think they learned their lesson. Let's 100%. Not put out incomplete games.
They became a better company for it too. They got the backlash, and then
some people left. Yeah. Some people left, so that was for the better, which is good. So yeah.
I wonder if Tekken's this year. Is Tekken 8 supposed to be this year?
I hope not. It was announced like not even that long ago. I hope not. Please don't rush games.
I'm just asking. Again, because it was showcased this year.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing too. They're slowly rolling out the characters, and Paul Phoenix was this week.
Yeah,
I think Paul Phoenix was yesterday.
Yeah, sorry. What do you think about it?
I think he looks cool. I think in the game he looks great. He does look silly, but that's kind of the way they've been going with the direction of his character,
Yeah.
where he's just screams stuff and looks like he might be might be inebriated every time you see him.
Yeah.
It's like, "Argh!" That's all he's literally. Somebody was like, man, he looks great, but he has no character depth. That man just said yeah like 3 times.
Yeah.
And that was it. I'm like, what you expect? Come on, man. After he lost to the aliens, cause that was a whole thing, man. He went crazy.
I did like Jinkazama.
Yeah, I think he was last week.
Yeah, I did like his. I did
The
finally
week
watch.
before. The week before. Yeah.
I finally watched Nina Williams.
Shoot him up.
Yeah. So I'm digging what I'm seeing from there. I wonder when they're going to talk about their stuff. But again, we're early March, so maybe late May, early June. That's when we're going to start getting more of the dates and what's like set in stone for 2023 and what's set in stone for like the beginning of 2024.
I imagine they'll probably say something when they get enough trailers out. They'll probably do like 10 characters or something, and then they'll say something.
Yeah.
I would hope.
I feel the next character we get is a new character.
I don't. I think it's going to be Lars.
Lars? Okay.
I feel like it's Lars because they showed him too much.
Okay.
Like, these characters they showed too much. I feel like Lars going to get his. Bob's going to get his. Lars is going to get his. Jack is gonna get his. Like, there's a few characters I
King?
feel like they.
I'm waiting for King.
Yeah, King's got to get his. Like Kazuya already got. He was the first one. But like, I'm just saying, like, there's like, I feel like they want to set.
Hachi in his robot suit. I don't know. I'm just making that.
Did they show? No, I don't think they show Heihachi.
He's supposed to be dead.
They're trying to get past him as a character, so they probably won't show him. He might be last. He might be.
He's gonna be like Baxter Stockman in Turtles 2020 03, and he's just a head with a robot suit.
Well, I mean, they de-aged him in Tekken Tag, so he'll probably just be young Heihachi.
Yeah, that is true. They did de-age him. Who knows?
Because they had to change the voice actor, so we'll see.
Yeah, he passed away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dead Island's finally coming out next month.
I mean, I'm mad that took so long, but good. Yeah. But that's another thing that like, it's not gonna give big fanfare, but like, it was super solid when it came out. Yeah. So I want to see it. So I think that's it for like stuff that's like immediately on the horizon that at least we know is not getting pushed back. We'll see.
Yeah. So I got 2K23 next, and then the Jedi Survivor. I'm really looking forward to it as well.
Yeah,
I liked the first one a lot. So,
but you said you didn't talk about the Turtles.
Oh yeah, the Turtles. Oh yeah, so they announced new figures.
I saw the Rat King from the game. I was like, that's weird and random. Okay.
Yeah, so I
might get that.
So I'm a little. So Super 7 has a thing of remaking the original figures and not really going outside of that. They'll do little edits, but they don't really go far from it. When I saw the Rat King, I was like slightly disappointed because I wanted the ugly motherfucker that's in the figure. So I want the remaster of it. So when I saw it, a lot of people were like complaining about it. I don't mind it. It's just like I wasn't feeling that character, the way the figure looked. I did like the Leo in that set though. Like Leo has like he's the Rockstar Leo. I did like that one on the set. You have a martial arts April O'Neil with her Channel 6 gi, I guess, because it looks like her Channel 6 jumpsuit, but it's a karate gi. And then you got there was a fake one. Well, not a fake one, but one that got pushed up that they put Karai in it, but then it got pushed back up right out, and there's only 4. So Karai might be coming soon. And they showed a Casey Jones, which is based on the Mirage comic look. So they edited the colors of Casey Jones, made him look more of a Mirage one, but it's the same exact figure, just with a red shirt and jeans.
Okay, gotcha.
Super 7, I don't know. They hit and miss some lately. They have some really cool ones, and then they have some ones that you make you scratch your head. So, I don't know. I didn't care for the Rat King, but a lot of people like I just didn't care. I wanted more the remaster of the figure and not the in that sense. But other than that, it was cool.
I just thought he looked cool because I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's from the game. I'm like, why are they making figures from the game?
Yeah, the long
Like,
hair.
oh
and
shit,
stuff.
that's dope.
Hey, if they go in that direction, I'm fine with that. Give that game Shredder Revenge some love. I want people to keep buying it.
They should put a code for the game in the figure or something like that.
Yo, that'd be cool. Yo, if you go, you should definitely. If they should re-release the Cowabunga collection and Shredder's Revenge as a 2-pack, and you get a free movie to Mutants and Mayhem.
Okay, that'd be
There
good.
you go. And then they gotta make. I actually feeling that there's a chance that they should be making a new game for them as well. I think that is the time for that too. For the movie, like you could like. I think Gotham Knights, and as beyond the bad things about Gotham Knights, I think that style of game could work for the Ninja Turtles.
I'm tired of that already.
Yeah.
Just get something else. I'm tired of Gotham. I'm tired of that. Just Batman combat. Just go away.
Yeah.
Just go away. It's getting played out.
I'm
I'm
fine
tired
with
of
them
it.
going the arcade route and just editing updating the Turtles looks and just going that kind of beat 'em up route.
Yeah.
That's what
I
worked
mean,
for them.
Shredder's Revenge is fine. Shredder's Revenge is fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. They got.
I don't know because I don't trust the Nickelodeon studios because I think that's who would probably make the game based on that movie,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause
No,
that's
they
who's-
have.
is that who's
They're
putting it out?
no, they're open to different developers depending on what it is.
No, I'm asking who is that? Who's putting that movie out?
Yes.
Or is that somebody
Nickelodeon.
else?
No, Nickelodeon owns Turtles, so anything that Turtles getting launched to is Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I feel like for a movie tie-in that they would use their studios to do it, and I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know who they got over there, so I can't say, oh yeah, it's gonna be whatever. But I'm just saying, movie stuff and Turtles, I've been burnt
Yeah.
by all that stuff. It's just like I'm super cautious about anything movie related.
Yeah.
So they gotta earn my trust, or they gotta say .emo, .emu, or Lizard Cube, and I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
because that's Shredder's Revenge people. So
They did announce the new figures for Mutant Mayhem, which they kind of went old school and new school with them. Playmates is doing the first run, and they introduced a new party wagon that has two old school figures combined in one. So they combined the pizza shooter and the party wagon together, and they have the pizza shooter inside the party wagon.
okay, gotcha.
Looks cool. I like it. It looks like they steal a pizza truck, someone's pizza truck.
I mean, at least the seat with the gun on it, it looks like a converted pizza oven.
Yes.
It was like you can see where that came from. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
But they are set. The new figures are set for June 17th. So you can check your local Target, wherever, Walmart, where you buy your figures at. They should be hitting stores around June.
Okay.
So they announced the 4 basic. They announced the villains. They also have some talking ones. They have some large ones, which I might get my godson and nephews for, the bigger ones, because they can play with them without worrying about the weapons. But I'm liking the way they look. I'm digging the style of it. I'm actually really highly looking forward to the movie. So I'm excited for it.
Gosh.
I might
Should be
have to go
good.
back and watch that.
Trailer was good.
I like the music too.
Yeah. It wasn't some woman singing a sad version of a old song.
Yeah.
It was a upbeat hip hop version of a song. That's fine. That's what you do.
Yes. And last but not least, I did get some stuff in on Friday. I got the Rhino Man and Mighty Hog figures in. I also got Man Ray, which is Ray Fillet in the Archie Virgin comic.
Okay.
So the Turtles, NECA has a Archie comic figures coming out, which is I got the Slash and Ray Fillet so far, but there's 2 other characters. There's a cheetah and there's a wolf that's coming out through that rave of stuff too. So I might actually try to complete it. But Mighty Hog and Rhino Man look so dope. I actually really want to open them. But
Gotcha.
they're cool.
Do it.
I might have to make a recording for it. Sadly, I had like a little flood in my house, and like some of the boxes got damaged. So we'll be opening some of them. The figures didn't get damaged, but the boxes did. So it encouraged me to open them now. So and put them
Yes, sir.
in the case. So those came in this week. The holothon. They had the Monsters Frankenstein. They had the Spider Gremlin, and they had the Rex 1000, which is the Terminator, the RoboCop figure. They had the Red Last Ronin, which I got, and they had Mona Lisa, and I forgot this guy's name, but he was talked by a guy that talks Pete, or Dirk Savage. That's his name.
Not familiar. Who's that?
He's talked by Tim Cummings. You could tell because the voice he uses is Pete's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
he's talked by
Understood.
him. I might get them eventually, but I don't see it that one hard to get eventually. So it's one of the ones that I've been seeing a lot. So it looks like it's not gonna be hard. But next Friday will be another set of figures. So let's see what happens next Friday.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this week's movie, we have The Spirit. It is 2008. It is PG-13. It is an hour 43. This movie is directed by Frank Miller. Written also by Frank Miller. It debuted. Let's see when it came out.
Movie?
It says on Christmas.
Yeah, it was a Christmas movie.
Gotcha. Didn't feel like it.
No,
Watched the movie. Nothing to do with Christmas in this movie at all.
December 28th it came out.
Okay. So it premiered on Christmas. Gotcha. What else we got? Will Eisner is on credit for the original comic book series.
Yes, he wrote the original series.
Let's see. In order, we have Jamie King as Lorelei. We have Gabriel Macht as the Spirit. We have Dan Garrity, Detective Sussman. Arthur the Cat as Arthur the Cat. That's interesting. Kimberly Cox as a damsel in distress. Brian Neil Lucero as Thug 1. David Brian Martin as Thug 2. Larry Reinhardt Meyer as Officer McGrady. We have Frank Miller as Leibowitz. We have Eva Mendes as Sans Serif. Eric Balfour as Mahmoud. Samuel L. Jackson as Octopus. Louis Lombardi as Pathos, etc., which is the octopus henchman.
Yes.
We have Scarlett Johansson as Silken Floss. Let's see, Sarah Paulson as Ellen. That's about it for anybody named,
Yeah.
right?
Johnny Simmons as Young Spirit.
Okay.
And Shalene Gabriel as Young Sand.
Looks it. Yeah, Young Sand is a major character. That's about it.
Yeah.
So this one, it says rookie cop Denny Colt returns from the beyond as the Spirit, a hero whose mission is to fight against the bad forces in Central City. Okay, so question: Central City, is that like just a generic superhero city in comic books?
Yeah,
Because I swear,
like Gotham.
like isn't the Flash? Who? There's another hero who fights crime in a city that I think is called Central City.
Flash.
It is Flash, right?
Central City and Keystone. And also I think in Keystone City.
Yes. So it's just a generic hero city. I do believe there's no relation to any of that stuff.
No.
And it's like you said, this is from a pulp comic from the 40s, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. So again, I'm not very familiar with the spirit as a character. I don't know what he is. Apparently, he is undead, but you see, he is super strong. He has cannot die, as in he has ridiculously fast healing. He has durability. He has all those things. But also, the main villain, Octopus, Samuel L. Jackson, has the exact same powers. Some of this movie reminded me of Hancock,
Yeah.
because there's a number of times that is brought up that we are alike. We are the only two. The difference is the difference is kind of similar, because there's some godhood stuff going on in this movie. So the Octopus's plot ends up being I guess he's a scientist, right? Because he made those bad guys, the henchmen. You find out,
Successful
and then he's
scientist.
not successful. They're like his flunkies, his failures,
Yeah.
but he uses them. He constantly kills them when they mess up. But like you realize later on in the movie that's like making him go broke, because Scarlett Johansson tells him that we're losing 20% of our like gross profits, and he's like, you noticed that too, and he's like, yeah, you can't keep killing them. But the henchmen are so stupid and bumbling that it just makes his character like so angry that that's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
So instead of killing them, he I think at the end of that scene he makes one of them kill himself, but
Yeah.
they ended up not still needing that guy. But anyway, his characters created a serum, and he tested on a bunch of different things, and ends up, what you find out about him and the spirit is that he used that serum on the spirit to create the spirit. Saw that it worked, and I guess he used it on himself.
Yep.
But the end result is that's not finished. What he needs is a historical item. They found the blood of Heracles, which is I guess in America is Hercules.
Yeah.
Because I know Heracles is the original name of the character. I
Okay.
forget when they name him Hercules. But we know that character as being near godlike and having the strength and the durability and healing and all that stuff. So his thought process ends up being, if I take my serum that he got from something, I think in the scene he's explaining it, he's dressed up like a full-on Nazi.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's a Nazi serum.
Yeah.
So anyway, this movie is ridiculous too. Also, with just the scene changes and the costume and the wardrobe it doesn't exactly make sense for everything, and they try to be grand. For what reason, I don't know, but it is what it is. But his plan is to put that serum with the blood of Heracles,
Yeah.
and thus, in his mind, become a god. Whether or not that's what actually is going to happen, you never find out, because he don't get to drink it. But what he ended up doing made them so powerful and I guess heal so well that he has to separate. His plot to kill the spirit is to chop him up into pieces and separate the body,
Yeah.
like spread him all over the world. Because you see with the henchmen, when the henchmen don't go away, they split. He chopped one in half. He split into two henchmen. He cut one up, and I think the only thing that was left was the foot, and the foot grew a head.
Yep.
Instead of hopping around until it fell into like this acidic thing. So like for some aspect, the serum worked and it didn't work. So I guess he's trying to perfect it. There's the plot point where Eva Mendes' character, you find out she is a character from the spirit's past, from his childhood actually, and she became infatuated with diamonds, and I guess she goes on to become like a thief.
Yep.
Like a master thief, almost a Catwoman-esque character. And when you first see her in the movie, she's wearing a cat suit, basically. But she's also after those items, not really for the same reason, but because they are legendary because they are high value. One of those items I believe is like a legendary cloak or something like that protects you from anything. I think it's impervious.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the name of it, but we see it used in the movie. So there's like a heist. A cop gets shot when he gets shot from behind, really, by the octopus, but she's there. She steals one item, the octopus steals the other item. The spirit comes, he's too late. But he's given the clue with the necklace that belonged to her character when she was a child. She had it around her neck. So that's how we know who she is. I will say one thing that worked and didn't work. The story in this movie, it's there and it's consistent and it is explained. But it's a little hard to follow because they just go so grand with every set piece. But every set piece is not exactly doesn't exactly have to do what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's just jarring visually.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to you, I felt like this movie, they had a budget probably because of Sin City, but I don't think it did this movie justice.
No.
But then again, I'm not familiar with the spirit, but bear with me, Mark. If the spirit is anything like this movie, then what they're saying is that every comic panel, every time you turn a page, is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Is what I would expect if they're saying that this movie is accurate to the spirit comic.
I feel there's more depth into the spirit comic from what I know, and again from when this movie came out, there was a lot of haste that they didn't go very close to it. So it depends on which one you read. I barely read anything. When this movie came out, I tried to check it out and see what it was. I thought the comic was kind of boring anyway, so it was like, it was not my cup of tea.
Was it the original or was it like some type of update?
I try to read the original, because usually that's where you find like the what the writer was trying to like really show and things like that. It was interesting, but again, it was a pulp comic, so the way the comic was in the beginning was it only had 3 panels, and then you had to wait the next newspaper to get the next 3 panels. So they were short, they're very fast stories. They had to tell the story within 3 panels.
I mean, well, I guess if you put it in that sense,
Yeah.
the scenes changing every time does make sense.
Yeah.
But it just didn't serve to make the movie better. It served to make it memorable. Some of the stuff in this movie is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I do like the little callbacks. There's like callbacks to Elektra. There's callbacks to Ditko. There's callbacks to there's like all little Easter eggs in the movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably some of the best stuff in this movie.
Okay.
The henchmen I thought were actually they were chuckle worthy. They made me laugh. Like the interactions with them and the octopus and Scarlett Johansson's character kind of made me laugh.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was okay.
Yeah.
For me, it
was
wasn't bad. It wasn't bad because I know this has a bad, like, the scores not really represented because the word of mouth, people said this movie was terrible.
Yeah.
I heard from multiple people that this movie was terrible. Watching it was okay, but it is just so weird that me trying to focus on the visuals kind of took me out of the story and just like it never really matched up for me. So
Yeah.
to that, I'll say it tried. It tried.
Yeah, this one has a Rotten Tomato score of 14% by critics.
Yeah, see,
25%
they say it was
by
terrible.
audience. Yeah.
And the IMDb is 4.7, which is not terrible because remember Punisher got a 5 point something, 5.4 I think it was, and I like that one. You know what I mean? So again, score wise, this is not winning anything. This everybody says is bad, but like it was alright. Would I recommend it? I would recommend you watch like a super cut of it or like a fan made trailer because there's so many interesting scenes.
Yeah.
That Nazi scene, that was something else.
Yeah.
Because it had the dancer with the swords, and then it turned like they wanted to cut him up, and that's when you find out they want to cut him up into pieces. I'm like, this is getting extreme. This is going somewhere. I don't know where, but it's going somewhere. But again, it explained itself. It explained the spirit. It explained the bad guy. So like again, I can't take points away for that. So I'll give it a 3.
All right. I'll go 2. I just couldn't really get myself into the movie. I tried my best to pay attention. I did fall asleep like 3 times. I had to rewatch certain things. I see where it was trying to go, but I just wasn't interested in it. So I'm gonna go 2. It didn't fancy me. You said 3.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go to your thing fast. So your 3s are X-Men, Men in Black, 2, 30 Days of Night, Monkey Bone, Sky High, Blade Trinity, Zoom Academy, Batman Begins. Those are your 3s.
You could put it after Zoom Academy.
After Zoom, okay. The Spirit. 3. All right. Next movie on our list. Actually, I haven't said it in a while, so I'll do our top 10 real fast. So our top 10 as of now is Dark Knight is number 1, Iron Man number 2, Sin City's number 3, Pootie Tang's number 4, Spider-Man 2 is number 5, Spider-Man 1 is number 6, Incredible Hulk is 7, X-Men 2 is 8, Road to Petition is 9, Blade 2 is 10. That's mine. And yours is Dark Knight 1, Iron Man 2, Sin City 3, Pootie Tang 4, Blade 2 is 5, Punisher 03 is 6, X2 is 7, Ghost Rider is 8, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is 9, and Incredible Hulk is 10. Our next movie on our list is Mr. Captain America himself for Push.
Oh really? Okay, I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, this is based. This is Push with Chris Evans and Dakota Fanning. We have that next. I think it's on Tubi. To be honest with you. After that, we got Watchmen, Wolverine Origins, Surrogates, Whiteout, Defender, Paperman, Loser, Kick-Ass, Iron Man 2, Jonah Hex, Scott Pilgrim vs. World, Red, Green Hornet, I Am Number 4, and Thor.
Okay.
And X-Men First Class.
0.
Damn.
0.
You want to know what's after that?
All right, go ahead.
Green Lantern.
I mean, listen, I've never really seen that movie, so
Green Lantern. He looked like a Gumby bear. That was my biggest fucking problem with the movie.
The only thing I know of the meme is the disembodied head of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because of the CG.
Yes.
But other than that, like, it still ain't that bad in comparison how I feel to First Class. I think that movie's trash.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, so we'll see. All right. We could wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we have a WordPress. So check us out. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, all Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok of Mark the Mic. I'm doing a lot of figure photography, beer, and all that stuff, and all that good stuff. So check that out when you get a chance. Shout outs to Tenacious T and his podcast Popcorny. Check it out on Spotify and RedCycloneInc, Popcorny, and tell them we sent you. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Kinkies.
He's hungry.